Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Olivia here with Olivias from Deco, and in today's video I'm sharing with you guys episode 10 of my huge I Love Fall series. We're going to be crafting and decorating it using Dollar Tree supplies in this video. So if you guys love to craft and decorate on a budget, consider subscribing. It's totally free. That will enter you into my $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. Don't forget to drop a kind comment down below. This is a loving, wonderful, praying community, and I just want to encourage you guys that crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul. I know it lifts me out of a funk and it also helps calm me down. So you guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. Without further ado, plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super easy Dollar Tree Deco mesh wreath, or this could be considered a wall hanging. So we're going to start out with two of those Dollar Tree Christmas trees. They are putting out these fall Halloween Christmas trees, and I took two of the Dollar Tree little garden planters and I zip tied them together. So that's going to be the base of this creation. Now you're going to take your Christmas tree and you're going to fluffy duffy it out and then lay it down in the center part of the little garden planters, and you're going to use two of the Christmas trees. Now, if you don't have the Dollar Tree Halloween Christmas trees, don't worry. You could always use just a regular little mini Christmas tree or an evergreen branch. So the next thing you want to do is grab some Dollar Tree Deco mesh, and for this project, I'm going to use two, and this is so easy, but you just take and you cross the Christmas trees over on the Deco mesh, and you're just making poofs. So you can see I'm pulling this poof out of the Deco mesh and then taking the evergreen branches and crossing them over on themselves. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of just eyeball it. You don't have to be super precise because you're going to do two layers of this. So I started at the base of my Christmas tree and worked my way up until I got to the end of the roll. And here is how that looks. And then I started with another roll and I just wound it around the same way and just made poofs and kind of tried to fill in the spaces that didn't have Deco mesh in them. You could do one more roll if you wanted to, but we're going to add this cute little Dollar Tree pumpkin sign to the center of it, so I think we're going to be good. The next thing I want to do is make a cute little easy bow. You're going to measure from your hand to your elbow. It's about 12 inches, and just take that ribbon and loop it over on itself 4 times, and that's going to give you 2 loops for each side of your bow. This is the easiest way to make a bow in my opinion. It's super quick. This little wreath wall hanging took me less than 30 minutes. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this other Dollar Tree ribbon, and it has like some skulls and candy corn and some cute little not so spooky pumpkins, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to loop it over on itself 4 times, but just make it a little bit smaller. And the original one was 12 inches, so this is about 10 inches. And then I'm just going to take a little zip tie and zip tie it in the center and fluffy duffy it out, and bam, you have a super fun little bow. You could even add in more loops if you wanted to. And then I'm going to take a zip tie and zip tie it up at the top. I'm adding in some of these cute little Dollar Tree candy corn pieces to kind of make it look like it's blooming with Halloween goodness. And then I'm going to take the remaining of the ribbon on that roll, just loop it over on itself once, and then kind of twisty tie those tails. So you kind of make like a sloppy bow, is this what I would call it. And there you have that. Now I am going to make another little sloppy bow over on this side with the remaining ribbon, and then I did find one more roll of Dollar Tree ribbon, and I added a cute bow up to the top and added in these cute little stripy pumpkins, and here is how it turned out. Oh my goodness, I think this is so fabulous. It was only maybe $10, $12 to create this. It was so easy, so fun, inexpensive, very budget friendly, and your kiddos could even help you kind of do some of the little loopy bow things or some of the Deco mesh, and you can play with your ribbons. You can use any ribbon that you love. So you guys have fun with this, get creative, and I cannot wait to see how you interpret this wreath or do something similar on a budget. And think about this, we can do something like this with Christmas supplies as well.
Yesterday, there was
For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to show you guys how to make a super awesome, easy fall centerpiece. So grab one of those cute little fall jars from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue this clear plate on top of this. You could also use a little bit of E6000 glue if you wanted. The next thing I want to do is take some orange paint and just paint the underside of this plate more of a fall color. We're really not going to see it once we get done with it, but just in case some of it peeks through, we want to kind of make sure that it's covered. You could do 2 coats of this, but again, since you're really not going to see it, I wouldn't worry about it. So the next thing I want to do is take some of these beautiful fall leather leaves. These are from Dollar Tree, and I think they come 8 to 10 to a pack. I'm not completely for sure because I had already used these in another DIY, but I'm just going to gently glue them around the edge of the plate. And I did run low towards the back of the plate, but I'm going to use some flowers to kind of cover that. And now I'm using these pretty flowers. Now these were actually on a little bundle from Hobby Lobby, but I added some styrofoam in the center, and then I'm just going to make them kind of blooming out. I still need to go to Dollar Tree this season and get more fall florals. I decided to add in some greenery to this because I do have a little bit of green in the table runner that I'm going to be using, and I thought that looked super cute. So just grab what you have on hand. I'm really pushing myself this season to really use what I have on hand, and so I'm just adding in some greenery around the edges and to the back. I think it kind of accents and pulls some of the color of the leaves out as well as the florals. I'm also adding in some of these pretty little feathers. Now these are from Dollar Tree, and again, just kind of using what I have and picking them in, but you guys really get creative and use whatever fall colors that you love and that you have on hand. I kind of like those bursts of traditional fall colors. I have done even shabby chic in the past, so you guys can go back and check out some of those videos. Now I'm going to use some of this moss and kind of push that into the center I want to cover that styrofoam and any little kind of funny places that are going on around there. And then I did have one more cute little blooming sunflower to add to the back. And then I had this Dollar Tree vase to put into the center of it. And I'm adding this flickering flameless candle. I'll link some in my Amazon store. These are the thinner ones. So boom, here you guys have that. And wow, I am absolutely loving this. And then I decided to add a couple more little fall leaves back here to the back. So this is a great little idea for you guys to make a beautiful centerpiece. This does not look like I used a Dollar Tree base to make this. Check this out, you guys. I think it looks so high end and beautiful, like something you would see at TJ Maxx or Hobby Lobby. Fun and fabulous on a budget.
And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air.
For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to show you guys how to make a super easy fall Halloween Christmas tree centerpiece. So take one of those little buckets from Dollar Tree, add some styrofoam, dip it down into the styrofoam, and I also added some rocks in to kind of hold a little bit of weight onto that. And then I'm going to take this roll of Dollar Tree Deco mesh, and I'm going to cut about 10-inch strips. And this we're going to use to pick into this little cute Christmas tree. I always share these with you guys during the Christmas season, but Dollar Tree's been putting out these fall Christmas trees, and so I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be so cute for a centerpiece for my table. Now I made my dining room a little bit more Halloween-y this year, so I'm taking this Halloween ribbon. I'm really trying to use what I already have on hand, and I cut this into about 10-inch strips, and then I also took and dovetailed the end, so you just basically cut a triangle in the end. And you guys, I do have regular normal size craft scissors on their way. So the next thing I want to do is take 2 bundles of Deco mesh and one of the little ribbons and go ahead and start poking that in. So you don't even have to zip tie or use anything for that. You just take the evergreen branches and cross them over on themselves. And some of the Deco mesh pieces, I just use one piece if it was a thicker piece, and then some of them I use 2 pieces plus the ribbon. So just kind of eyeball it, and I just kind of, looped it in and, fluffed around. But these are also really great for offices or kids' rooms, or again, like I said, I'm going to use this on my dining room table for a fun Halloween centerpiece. And I did have to stuff like some little candy corn fabric inside of that to kind of stabilize it a little bit. It seemed a little bit weebly wobbly. I should have used a little bit more rocks. But anyway, now we're coming to the fun part where we get to decorate it even more. I'm taking some of these little Dollar Tree pumpkins, adding those, and then I wanted to cover up the gather sign part. And so I just hot glued the witch is in, and that's one of those little Dollar Tree signs, little mini sign. And then I added some of the cute little Dollar Tree candy corn picks into the top and some of these fun little pumpkins to bring out some of that orange. But really, you guys can get so creative and just make this however you love. It could be a fall tree, it could be a Halloween tree, you know, pretty much anything that floats your boat. And I have multiple centerpieces now for my table. So when Thanksgiving comes, I'll have like a pretty elegant one. This one I'm showing you guys for kind of a Halloween idea, or it could be kind of just fall because it's just kind of a fun, not so spooky fall type tree. But I am loving this. I guess this is definitely Halloween because it says the witch isn't down there. I'm just realizing that. But you guys, I'm having so many ideas and I'm having so much fun crafting and decorating this season. If you have not checked out the rest of my I Love Fall series, you definitely have to check that out, and you have to stay tuned because Benji Bear is going to be in a candy corn little outfit in this video. He's so adorable.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover.
For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to show you guys how you can make a super easy, fun Dollar Tree wall hanging. So I'm taking this old frame, I flipped it upside down, and I'm taking that candy corn piece of fabric, and I'm just going to hot glue the fabric into the interior of my frame. As you guys can tell, this frame has been used for so many DIYs. I grabbed it at the thrift store and painted it white. And so that's all you guys have to do is just pull that fabric on either side and begin to hot glue it in and around your frame. And then once you get done with that, you have a great little wall hanging. Check this out. I think it's great as is, but I had to go a little bit extra, of course. And so I decided to add in a fun little, just little stacked pumpkin topiary sign to the center of this. So I just used some of this Dollar Tree gingham ribbon to tie the little sign on, and this is one of those Dollar Tree Halloween signs and some Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm just making a cute little bow here at the top, and this is going to make just some easy, inexpensive fall decor. And you guys could even do this on a smaller scale and use any of the Dollar Tree signs in any frame that you find at the thrift store. Now, I thought it was really cute as is, but I'm kind of thinking because it is a Halloween decor piece that I might want to add a little bit of like a kind of just spooky, rusticy kind of look. I just wanted to make it look a little bit darker, I guess. So I'm taking this black paint, or it's more of like a brownish kind of black paint, and I'm just going to add some of this in and around the pretty frame, and bam, this is just like super easy, super fun. I think it came out really darn stinking cute. I ended up putting it in my dining room where there was just like a cute little sign from summer, but I wanted to do something a little bit more fall Halloween. I've really gone over the top this season decorating for fall Halloween. I'm almost thinking I should do like a fall house tour. If you guys want to see that, let me know. So here's how my Halloweenish fall kind of dining room is turning out so far. I need to kind of play around with things. I just kind of threw it all up there, but I did put a garland up there, and then I have my gather sign. That's going to be more for Thanksgiving, but it fit perfectly underneath that. So it says gather here, but then there's like a little pumpkin topiary. I thought that was cute. And then I have my little mugs, and I put my witch hat on top of that little dining room lamp. So for this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super adorable, easy Dollar Tree rag garland. So for this garland, I'm using some more of the candy corn. This is fabric from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take and I folded it over several times, and I'm going to cut strips. So this is a great project that you just might want to put on a show, and maybe even have your kiddos help you cut strips. I will tell you again, I have normal craft scissors coming in the mail. These are the sharpest ones that I could find. My studio is a giant disaster, as much crafting and decorating as I've been doing. So that is going to be my goal this weekend, to really clean things, get things organized. I'm also using some of that Dollar Tree spider ribbon. And then I decided to use one of these Dollar Tree scarves. I thought that would help fill it out, and I would have to cut like less of the fabric. So the Dollar Tree scarf, I will tell you, it was pretty easy to cut, but it kind of frayed and it didn't cut like in a straight line. So if you're really particular about it being like perfectly straight lines with your fabric pieces, the Dollar Tree scarf probably isn't for you unless you have really good craft scissors, which I obviously do not. Now I'm taking one of these Dollar Tree little light up, just light things. It's battery operated, and then I'm just going to take and I'm going to tie it one time around the center part of the light, and then I like to work outwardly. So if I run out of fabric, then I can kind of make do. But I ended up having the perfect amount of fabric to cover all the light pieces. So again, I'm just taking the different strips of fabric and just tying them on here. Super easy peasy lemon squeezy.
As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want
And here is how it turned out. Super fun, fabulous. And what I love about these little garlands is that they light up. And I think that that's just a really fun thing to have going on in the fall Halloween time, is to have lots of little spaces lit up with fun little goodies, crafty things, rustic things. I just kind of looped it over my little wall hanging that I created, but I think it'd be fun in like a basket or in and around a table centerpiece. I also tried it out in my dining room to see if I liked it that way. I think if I did this, I would want it to be one more full garland. So here is what I have to share with you guys. Benji Bear is in his little candy corn outfit, and he's really not digging it. I'm going to be totally honest with you, but he's a good sport. Say hi to Benji Bear. You're all dressed up for Halloween. Now listen, as always, I ask that you guys tell me, what was your favorite DIY in this video? Which one will you be recreating? I love to hear what you guys are up to. And the secret question to enter my $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway, you have to drop a comment down below. And the secret question is going to be, what is your favorite Halloween candy? I'm going to tell you this right now. Benji Bear is not a fan of candy corn. Look at that face. Oh my goodness, I just can't, you guys. I love y'all. Don't forget to let me know your favorite Halloween candy. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. I know so many of you all watch my channel not only to get inspired for Dollar Tree DIYs, crafting and decorating on a budget, but just to look forward to lifting your spirits. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I feel like crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul. And I will tell you personally that it lifts me out of a funk, and it also helps calm me down. So no matter where I'm at and what I'm doing, if you guys have kiddos and grandchildren, grab some crayons and paper or some glue and get them crafting and decorating for their little rooms and helping you out doing that fun stuff. I know when my kids were little and we were totally broke, young couple, we would go out and gather rocks, and I would have the kids paint rocks, or I would give my daughter a little $1 bill and she'd hold it in her hand, and we'd go through Dollar Tree and find something that she could just craft with or whatnot. So I want to encourage you guys, no matter where you're at, keep up the good work, putting one foot in front of the other. I know that everybody's going through something, especially in the last couple of years. Wow, what big changes have happened, in everybody's life. We've all lost people, the world is changing, and be a part of the positive change. So when I say that, you guys are on a social media platform right now when you're watching this video. So do your best to be kind online. We all have a voice and we all have a social media footprint. So when you put kindness and goodness out there, and I mean by giving somebody a heart on their post, say maybe you're on Facebook and somebody posts a cute little picture of their grandkiddos or their kids, drop a kind comment down below. Leave them some hearts if you don't have words that you want to say or don't know what the proper comment is, or just give them a heart. You can do that on YouTube videos, give likes. You guys can do that on Instagram. But your positivity, when you put that out there, you're going to have some positivity come back. And if there's something that you see that like upsets you or is discouraging, hey, keep on going. You can mute or hide things on your newsfeed or whatever, but just, yeah, do your best. So anyway, I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. We are having so much fun crafting and decorating on this channel. Don't forget to go back and look at some of my other I Love Fall videos. I have a huge playlist for you guys. You can click play and it's going to play all my I Love Fall videos. I also have Christmas. I know some of you guys are ready for Christmas, and I am posting some Christmas over on my Facebook, just here and there. I have an Olivias Romantic Home Facebook page. I have a free little group page for you guys. I pop in there as often as possible to approve posts and to interact, but I'm a one-woman show and my daughter's back to school, so I'm doing a lot of mama running and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you guys bear with me, love on me, and I'll love on you and encourage you guys. And also, when you're crafting, give yourself some grace. I know there's so many craft projects that I've been ready to toss out, and if you keep going on it, you're going to get there. Every little time that you craft something, you're going to get a little bit better. And so don't compare yourself to me or to anybody else out there in the crafting community, or even to what your standards are, but just keep working and trying and all of that kind of fun stuff. And trust me, there's some craft projects that had to go in the trash. So, and if you're painting, I want to encourage you guys in your painting skills. I know I'm a little bit insecure about my painting skills, but remember, if you have like a little $1 Dollar Tree plaque and you're trying to paint it and make it look cool, hey, if you mess it up, paint over it or just toss it. But I just want to encourage you guys to at least start and try. I know sometimes we like buy a lot of craft supplies and then we just sit there with it and we don't even try. So anyway, I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. I'm wishing you a gorgeous, fabulous blessed day. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.